Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody is having a good day and a good trading session so far. Sorry I'm late. I'm babysitting again this morning. So I had to get them situated and settled. So if you hear kids in the background, my apologies. So I am down a little bit today. I should be up. However, when the market first opened, there was a 1 second data lag. So there were two trades that I missed. Um, one of which, because of the 1 second data lag, it would have never triggered anyway. The second one would have actually triggered. I didn't feel comfortable all the way. I was trying to give it like a couple of minutes to see if it was going to drop because most of the time my data lag is higher than what you see on the screen, like pre-market. But within like the first minute or so, I would say like the first 30 to 45 seconds, it drops down to like below point, like 0.04 or below. And it didn't until like 8:39. So it took almost 10 minutes for it to drop to normal levels. Um, so yeah, one of the trades, it wouldn't have triggered no matter what, because even when it kept coming back to my entry, it was still within that same second. So it wouldn't have triggered. And then the second one actually would have triggered, but I just was trying to wait to see if the data lag was going to come down. And then I did have another trade where it shot straight to my take profit without hitting my entry, which I typically only have that happen like, I would say 2 to 5 times a week, if that. And that's just because I always put my entry one tick beyond where I'm trying to actually get into just to try to prevent that. But sometimes you just have such a great entry that it just never comes back. And that was one of those times. So, yeah, so because of that, I am down just a little bit. But the overall goal is just to end the day in the green and also make sure this account lasts the entire week. So, let's see what happens. We were like in a state of consolidation a couple of times as the market was trying to figure out if it was going to continue with the uptrend or try to change to a downtrend. I had a pretty good entry. It's all the way to the left of the chart. This was a really good entry. Unfortunately, my entry was like right below this major pivot level, and I always break even there. So, yeah, I couldn't stay in that one, unfortunately. So, let's see what we got for the rest of the day. I know two of my accounts have renewed. One of the $50,000 accounts and one of the $25,000 accounts. Yes, sir. Hi. What, baby? What do you want? I'm working. What do you want? What you want? I gave you some water. You want to eat? Your mama said you ate already. Mommy said you ate muffins. All right, all my levels are in order. Oh, also, I remember I was just scrolling back. I do remember there's one trade that I broke even in. When I was talking at the end of yesterday's session, how I kind of noticed that there are certain times because I used to break even a lot, like manually, based on certain parameters. It wasn't like I don't feel good about this, so I'm gonna break. It was none of that. However, I was staying out of too many wins. So from there, I was like, okay, well, I just need to figure out how to not ever have to break even. So I was kind of on that for a while. But after losing two trades yesterday in scenarios where I used to break even, I was like, okay, let me go back and look. And so today, kind of the same thing happened. The point B of the ABC triangle wicked off of, I think it was the VWAP. And so when I got into the trade going the opposite direction, going back towards the VWAP, the volume, everything was there, but then the same parameter showed up where I used to break even. And that's what I kind of realized yesterday. Hey, in this particular scenario, break even. So I broke even and I kept myself out of a loss. So I think I was right from that standpoint of when to break even and when not to. So I'll just have to keep monitoring it and see. All right, so we just hit I think this is the first deviation level. Yeah, on the VWAP up here. All right, I can make that bigger. All right, if this pushes down from here, I am going to get into a sell. As long as this VWAP kind of stays where it is and doesn't start turning upwards, and as long as the price doesn't go to 46.50, 50 or 75. All right, it just did. So that's null and void now. It's like so much just between like starting here. So what was that, 4 minutes ago to now? All of this consolidation. What is that like? It's like 6,000 volume and counting, just sitting here in this itty bitty space. This VWAP level is not this strong. Figure it out. Like, oh my goodness. Good morning, Trenches. How was your trading session this morning? And how are you doing this morning? I'm just waiting to see what the market's going to do. I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. What is the high there? 46.75. All right, so that continued. Okay, we've made a decision finally. Yes, baby. Why you got to kick the door open? Yeah, I fixed it. I don't want to be cold. I don't want the fan on.
Unlock it on.
Where are you going? You want TT phone? Huh? You want my phone? Yes. Nope, nope, nope. Don't get under here. Take this. Take this.
This?
Yes.
I want to put on it.
No. Here. What do you want?
Put on it.
Granny, you can change the channel. What you want to watch?
My coconut.
Coco Melon.
Boom!
Boy.
Boom!
Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Small red so far. Same, same, same. Rhythmic really screwed me though this morning. The data lag was a whole second. So there were trades that I missed because of it. One of which it wasn't going to trigger my entry because the difference between my entry bar and the following bar was only like 0.01 seconds. So a whole second delay, there was no way that it was going to trigger. And then there was one that I stayed out of because I'm like, okay, there's a second delay. Is this going to fix? Because typically it fixes in the first 45 seconds or so, and it didn't this time. So I was just a little confuzzled. All right. Uh-oh. Um, I actually would have gotten into this, but it spiked down so fast, and that would have been a win. It went before I could confirm the volume or whatever. So that's that. The trade was this was the trade. I was waiting on the volume to confirm it too, and I would have definitely got filled there. Today is just a lot of misses, which sucks because yesterday I had such a like I didn't miss anything yesterday. I am a little distracted too, so but that when the volume went from like 1800 to 2188 extremely fast. What you say, baby? Mm-hmm. Oh, and I need to write. That was a nice bounce off the mid VWAP line. All right, I need to. Oh yeah, I wanted to see. Don't think. So I can't get into any buys until my minor line crosses back above the midline. So I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I can't get into any sales for divergence yet either. This is my minor trade just changed. Okay, now it's back above it. What is that? 1052. Better? Let me see. Try this. There you go. That's better.
Oh, what's it?
Hmm.
What's it?
Let me see. All right, that consolidation didn't last long at all. We actually got good movement today. I just, between the data lag and other stuff, I am going to do the first daily recap today. I didn't do it yesterday because I just got busy and my back was still hurting too, so I didn't really want to sit up too long. My back feels a little bit better today, so as long as I'm able to keep him quiet for a couple of minutes for me to record it, I'll make sure I get it done. And then I'm thinking that I'll post it like around probably 4 or 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm gonna have like a set time that I make sure that it publishes every day, just for consistency purposes. So I figure, a lot of people trade the entire trading session. So I don't want it to publish like during the trading session. That's why I said I'll probably wait till later. And we're back at this same VWAP from earlier. I am looking at a 1 bar pullback by 48.25. I do remember yesterday one of the one 1 bar pullback that lost started with a lower low. It went lower low, lower low, higher high, higher low, while the other ones was higher low, higher high, higher low. So I'm like, I'm not all the way sure I want to get into it, but see how much drawdown do I have left? Like 540. And I don't think, I'm almost certain when I was back testing, I didn't even pay attention to that. All right, it just invalidated itself anyway. Perfect. 52. I think I do need to go look at that though. What is that? 942, so that'll automatically be higher. It's not stalled here long enough. If it does, this will be the trade that I get into. That's what I need. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. When is the last time I took a trade? Let's see. 907. It's been 37 minutes. So I have 1 win, 2 losses, and 3 break evens right now. What about you? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This deviation level today has caused a lot of consolidation. Because earlier it was stuck there for almost 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, we do have news at 11 o'clock again. All right, so no buys at this moment. It looks like the volume is trying to just push it down. I don't know if it's trying to push a larger pullback or what, but pulls back here, I'll get into the buy, but if it pushes up from here, I'm not. So we'll see what happens. Because it looks like it wants to push from here. If this pushes up to like 45.25, then I will look to possibly get into sales though. So that's important. Okay, that's good to know. I wonder is the other one like that too? Oh, I gotta look later. No, I don't. Mm, okay, that's something I gotta pay attention to. Don't think it. So I think it's only. Wait, what was I just looking at? Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh wait, that's that. But this one shows difference. Maybe it doesn't matter. We'll see. I still can't get into buys right now. Everything that's coming off of the VWAP to try to go back up is like invalidating itself. Starting from like, so this was the first one. So there was like a pullback. So these were the two pullbacks coming off of the VWAP to go back. And the second one actually would have won. It wasn't valid, but they're all invalidating themselves. So trying to see what it's gonna do. Just pull it back to my mid level, but I'm not taking that. All right, that sell I can't take either because it started with a double top. It's just a lot of slowness. Definitely preferred the volatility of last week. At least the first 2 days of last week. Then it kind of slowed down after. Let's see. So Possibly looking to get into a buy around 43.75. It'll look like this. Patience is a virtue. All right. That's invalidated itself now. I really wanted to get into that sell, but that double top start prevented me from doing so. Push down is not surprising considering every push up was invalid. Even the pullback to my mid level, even though it took profit, it was invalid and it did not create a new higher high. At this point, I realize I get tired on the charts because of boredom, because I actually got really good sleep last night. I went to bed at, I think, 1, which for me is good, and I'm getting tired. Possibly looking for the sell from the double top if it pushes down from here. Nope, not anymore. Okay. All right. So I'm looking for buys once it starts to pull back. I haven't had enough of a pullback yet. Most of my pullbacks have to be at least 40 ticks, so 10 points, in order for me to start looking for the entry. Four, six, 18, 12, 14. I wouldn't have had any today. Let me look at yesterday. Oh, we got a pullback. All right, so I'm looking for a buy. That'll look something like that if it pushes up from here. It'll close back above the VWAP level. Come on, don't create the double top. Was that not supposed to move to? Hey. Oh, you know what? That's my dumb fault. I'm like, why did it move my break even back? Okay, so I gotta do this. I gotta make this a two-step. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Uh, shit. 14. So then that's fine, but once it's 20 ticks in profit, the stop loss needs to be 19. I'm gonna go for 4, so 5. All right, let's fix that. Sometimes my trades move so fast, I forgot that I had to put the trail back on the put the trail back on my ATM so that it move once I think it's like 14 ticks in profit, it needs to move to the close of the Renko bar. But then what happened was when I got 20 ticks in profit, it moved my stop loss to break even, but then it moved it back to the close of the bar. So I just had to fix it and make it a two-step. Careful at the top. I honestly feel like this gap fill is about to crash soon and be way too bullish. We're going to see. I don't see gaps. I don't see anything. Honestly, I'm so zoomed in and I only go for 21 ticks. So there's certain levels on my charts like the VWAPs and support and resistance levels, which I'm like, it looks like I'm in between. My support and resistance levels are super far apart. So I'm not even close to them at all. Um, but I'll definitely be careful. Most of the time, volume is going to tell me to stay out of it, especially when we're at like the super tops and bottoms and stuff. Um, let's see, 11, 12. Yeah, see, like here, volume invalidated the buy, so I'm not getting into it. I'll draw what it would look like if I was to get into the trade and see what would happen, but that's what that one looked like. It's creating another double top though right now. There wasn't enough to confirm that it could push past the double top, this initial one over here. Let's see what you guys can see. Yeah. So, like from here to there was the open. Yeah. See, I would have lost it, but I never got into it. No. And I can see like this is going to be quite a bit of consolidation. 764 and 1013. How do you pronounce your name? Hamis? If so, how's your trading session going this morning? If not, let me know how to pronounce your name. I always ask because I grew up with people mispronouncing my name a lot. All right, so I can get into the buy right now. I can, but I'm gonna be really careful because if my I might get a indication that I need to break even. So we'll see because we're trying to push past the double top. So if we don't just crash from here instead, especially with one double top here and then another one right after. We got 45 minutes left. Gonna have to be real attentive if this goes. All right, well, it stayed the right color. It didn't paint the way I wanted it to, but 1, 2, 3, I think it was 4. See if we got enough volume to push it. I've never seen it change colors though, so we might have support of the VWAP here. I don't know. I didn't know. And I'm gonna have to pay attention to if this does win. I have to pay attention to make sure that it doesn't change my stop loss after it breaks even. Okay, it didn't. Cool. Oh, don't do that. Just give me the last tick, please. There's nothing worse than hitting your break even when it's one tick from your take profit. Are you for real? Okay. All right, so no counter trend because of the double top here. And we're pushing towards the current open and the prior close. That's what these lines up here are. The green one is the current open and the red one is the prior close. All of my opens are green and my close is red. Oh, that was pretty nice. I bet you I just messed up. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so we're back green. That makes me happy. My only frustration is just the trades that I missed today. 'Cause there were so many that were good trades, but you win some, you lose some. Oh, he has my phone. Mm, not looking for another buy just yet. All right, now I am. If it pushes from here, my entry is 80.25. What's the high of today? 796. So we're pushing back up there. Oh, right there. Okay. All right. This one's going to look like that. It's freezing. I'm going to go get a hoodie. Okay, I can't get a hoodie just yet because this doesn't go. I have a valid sale set up at 72.75. So I'm gonna have to sit here and suffer cold till I figure out what's gonna happen. There was like volume indecision like here. So it makes sense why it's trying to push down. but I no longer get out of my trades when that happens. So I just got to deal with it. My eyes twitching. Since I have a pending order here, I don't want to leave to go get my hoodie just in case. And actually, I don't have a pending sale. I forgot it's after 10. So I'm going to go get a hoodie and I'll be back. Uh-huh. I'm getting some clothes. I'm getting some clothes because TT is cold. TT cold. All right. Okay, so we took profit. Did it come close to 75 low? Looks like it came 2 ticks from stopping me out. All right, so we're at 204. And I'm glad I remembered I cannot take counter trend trades after 10 because I could have screwed myself there. Okay. Trying to warm up, and I need a heating pad for my back. All right. I'm a little over 30 minutes left. Happy with where we're at so far. So what's that? First 2 trades were losses, break even, a win, 2 more break evens, and 3 wins. And I'm gonna be so mad at myself when I see how much it was with the missed trades, but it is what it is. We just did not trade with high efficiency today. Guess we'll see what the market does. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get another trade in before 11, but we'll see. I could start writing in my trade journal though. I don't really know, but I need to do that as well. And I gotta remember that news. If we get enough of a stall here to and then push up, I'm still looking for more volume to get into the market. See, like this counter trend sale, I definitely would have lost. This is what I realized last week. I cannot take those anymore after 10 o'clock. Probably because the volatility is so low compared to that first hour and a half, really first hour. What am I looking for? 28.77. All right, I'm getting into the buy. I think it was 3. I don't know if we got enough to push past those, but we'll see. I don't have anything that there's only 2 levels that I automatically move my stop loss to break even at, and it's my major pivot level and the mid VWAP level. I don't ever do it with the opens and closes. I don't know if I should. I guess we'll see. Kind of is what it is. All right, finish doing this. Why did I just draw that? You sleepy? Let's see if we could push past it. No. I don't want to break even because I don't normally get out because of that, but the way it's moving, it's like it doesn't know what it wants to do. I mean, I guess it would make sense to break even there. It's just nothing that I've taken into account in any of my back testing or anything, so we would still end up positive for the day, which is good. So it wants to go, but can it? There's so much volume right here. I would actually be surprised if it loses. I would feel better if it got, let's see, 6,000. This is struggling. Okay, now I feel a. I don't know. The buyers for this swing has taken over the sellers from the swing down, but it's still having trouble pushing though. This is a long trade to be in for 5 points. So, well, 6 points. Like I said, it makes sense why it would lose with it coming up, hitting, and just dropping from there, but it's not part of my strategy to exit there, so just gotta give it room to do what it's gonna do. And it needed a whole nother 2 points to even move my stop loss to break even. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I won't get into a buy going back towards that level because the open and close are just a tick apart, so if it was more of a gap then I would, but okay, let me do what I was about to start doing because I gotta feed the kids as soon as I'm done. How many trades is this? 3, 6, 10. I'm hoping that Rhythmic fixes this data lag issue though, because I don't want to be screwed out of trades in that first 20 to 30 minutes of the session just because the lag is too much for me to get my entries. That'll annoy me. And that's one of the hangups I have with Rhythmic. I just don't feel like it's a good data provider if I'm being completely honest. Well, that was my first loss since 8:45 this morning, so I lost the first two and then there was 4 wins and 3 break evens in between and then this loss. Plus the trades were missing, so that's green. I guess I could wait for that part. Oh no. If I can end well the day too, but if I can end the week positive, I'll feel pretty confident moving forward because I feel like this is probably my first week in a long time where I haven't really had to make any adjustments. I mean, it's only Tuesday, but typically after the first trading session of the week, I'm already making tweaks and adjustments and back testing and stuff. I didn't feel the need to back test yesterday, besides when I did on camera towards the end of the session with the whole manual break even thing, but I didn't do any extensive back tests and I didn't feel the need to do that. Um, but I know Monday I'll be added. Well, Monday is a holiday, I think. But either way, Monday I'll be adding my second $50,000 account back, and I'll feel way more confident that I won't have to or that I won't be failing any more evals. If this week goes well, if we have a positive week. So we'll see. We will see. And then this one, two. I might add my one of my $25,000 accounts back as well, but I might wait until the following week just because the renewal for that one is on a Friday. So yeah, we'll see. But I'll at least be trading two accounts again starting Monday. But not a bad start to the week after the great reset of last week. I thought he was sleeping. I feel like I'm safe to start. Writing in my journal. Is this the same day? Oh, global. What the hell? Oh, I'm too far back. Duh. I'm like, I don't remember that happening today. Duh, duh, duh. Alright, so. Oh, I finally pushed past it, huh? Isn't that something? I don't even know. Oh, that one would have. This one would not. 33.54. Nope, it took profit too fast. Oh, see, 10 minutes. I don't think I'm going to get any more trades, but we'll see. One point oh. All right, so about 7 minutes left before the news event for the speaker speaks. And before my session ends. Shook you out and ran up, literally. It's very annoying when things like that happen. And the thing is, as soon as it stopped me out, it created a double bottom and then just went. Let me see if I can. So check this. All right, so this is the way it looked for me. And like I said, you guys tell me if you rather me stream with the Rinkos so you can see what I'm seeing. So this was that one trade that took like 8 minutes to take profit. And then we had the higher low. So I went ahead and got in, stopped me out, came down, created a double bottom, and just took off. Like, hello? You could have done that the first time. I'll keep it on the wrinkles. Like I said, I doubt I have any more setups today. And I'm just over here kind of writing in my trade journal right now. Let me go back. You trade on the 5 minute, you don't even know. So Wrinkles to me are okay. If you feel like you trade price action, right? Which a lot of people say that they do. My thought process, this is just my opinion, but to trade price action but use candles or bars that are based on time, you're doing yourself a disservice because the candles are only painting this way because of time versus actual price, right? Um Even when it, I guess maybe volume bars and range bars, I guess you could kind of argue that those are price action based because without the volume, the bar wouldn't close or open. To me, Rinkos makes things so much smoother. Um, and there's many different Rinko settings. And like I said before, that's one of the reasons why I don't trade with the Rinkos on my screen because I don't want someone to use my settings and then a month from now I change it and they're like, oh, well, I only used that setting because you did, you know? But I mean, it is what it is. I'll probably start trading with the Rinkos on the screen just because it makes the most sense to me. And also, there aren't very many Rinko traders on YouTube, um, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. But if I go back and show you some of my trades from today, you'll be able to see exactly why I took the trades to begin with. So, and actually, I will make this easier on myself if I just did that and did it on my own charts. So, all right, coming backwards. And you can clearly see higher highs, higher lows, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so this is one of the trades. And let me put us back in the middle. So this is on a 20 and 2 chart. So this means that the only thing with Rinko bars is the opens and closes, kind of like Heikinashi bars, are not real. Ex- yeah, they're not real, right? However, you can still see the price action. So the reason why it's not real is because when the price actually, let me see if I could show you where the price is right now, right? So right here, this bar opened here, okay? But the price didn't actually come down there to open the bar because when this bar closed up here, the price was still up here. So when this bar closed and the next one opened, the fake open of this bar was here. The price didn't actually go down there to open that bar. But it did end up coming down here. You can see the wick off of the bottom of it. So in order for this bar to close as a sell, to close down from where this bar closed to where this one will close going down, there has to be like 40 ticks. So that's why I said when I'm looking for pullbacks, I have to see at least a 40 tick pullback or a 10-point pullback in order for me to start getting in, going, you know, back in the direction of the trend. Okay. Um, but yeah, you can see price action way better on Rinko. So this is a 20 and 2. Every bar is 20 ticks from open to close, from the fake open to the fake close. And to know how much price has to reverse in order for a reversal bar to happen, it has to be 2 times the size of the bar, right? So there is a brick size and there's a trend threshold. So the brick size is the 20. The trend threshold is a 2. Okay. So that means that for every 2 ticks that the market moves in the direction of the trend, a new bar is going to paint. That is why I have a 5-second chart on when I'm actually trading and streaming. I have a 5-second chart for you guys to look at because most of the time my trades are I'm in and out very fast, especially in the first like 30 minutes to an hour of the market being open. That's what I'm used to, right? Because again, every one of these bars is 2 ticks. It doesn't take much for the market to move 20 ticks on 24 ticks on the Nasdaq. So you can see how that bar just closed, right? It looks like the open was down here, but it really wasn't. And you can see the market is just still moving. Okay. So if I come back to some of my trades from earlier, this was the trade I got screwed out of because of the data lag, right? Going back towards that middle pivot level. But I'll go to, all right. So you can see I have a higher low right here. So I went in for the buy. Okay. That's just one that ended up screwing me. Cool. Fine. But most of the time you can see like you have the lower low and the lower high there. It's very easy to see these. The only reason I didn't take this particular one is because my levels were out of order. And a lot of times when my levels are out of order, it'll cause consolidation. It just didn't that particular time. This trade right here, this is one that I tried to take on the stream. This was a divergence trade because we were in a clear downtrend. My overall bias was still a buy though. So for me, I can get back into that buy, and the only reason why I just didn't get filled on that one. Because from this reversal bar to this bar, there was only like a 0.01 seconds between those two bars, and it never came back to here. And my data lag at the time was 0.02 seconds, so I just got screwed from the data lag right there, right? Yeah, so to me, you just see price action way different. Only reason I didn't take this double bottom is because the way it came off of my mid level up there. There's another divergence trade. So you see divergence way different on Rinkos than you do on time-based candles. Here's another trade that I took, and I actually was supposed to stay in this one. It created what I call a pin bar, where like price came to my level like exactly and then pushed from it. I consider that a pin bar because it didn't like come through the level. And so normally I don't take those trades, but because it was a 1 bar pullback, if I move this out the way, sorry. So because it was a 1 bar pullback, I could have still taken that one. And you see price just took off from there. That, let me see, that went up, what? Almost 20 points from there. Here was another entry. The only reason I got out of this one is because it hit my pivot level, which I don't even know if I have to take profit at my pivot level anymore. I used to, but because of like things that I've changed now, I might not have to anymore. Like I think 3 times today I had to break even there and they all won. So it might be where now that I've changed things up a little bit, it might be where the only time I do have to break even is when it hits the mid VWAP level, which makes sense. That's a very major support or resistance level, but so is this middle pivot level. So I don't know. But yeah, there's different things that I look at to validate or invalidate the trade. This is a trade that I just completely missed because the volume wasn't where I wanted it to be, and then it spiked the extra 300 in volume I was looking for like within seconds, and I just didn't get into it fast enough. But yeah, I think that it's a good thing to look at different, I guess, different ways to look at the market. Some people use like for the Nasdaq, I see 20 and 2, 16 and 2, 20 and 4. I've seen 40 and 4. It all depends on how you want to look at the market and how many ticks you want to go for. So because I use 20 tick bars, I'm only going for 24 ticks, right? My stop loss is 23 ticks. So that is why I have such a tight stop loss, because I don't see the market the way other people do. So the only thing I'm hoping is that this reversal bar that I'm getting into, I don't want it to come more than 3 ticks below the open of this bar, because this is a true reversal bar. It had to go 40 ticks of a reversal from down here to here. It had to go 40 ticks to tell me, hey, get into a buy. So I don't want it to come too far below this reversal bar, because this reversal bar should have enough volume, number one, and enough of a, I guess, reversal for it to be valid. Okay. So this right here, it looks so different when you're looking at the 5 second chart. So like I said, when it comes to the brick size and the threshold, typically people use anywhere from a a multiplication of 2 to 20. So it all depends on what you want to do, how many ticks you want to go for, and things like that. Um, Support and resistance first. And see, I trade with support and resistance levels on my chart, right? Um, there's like, I don't take any divergence at support and resistance levels, because with the Rincos, at least, because it's so price action heavy, if it's trying to create a counter trend move near a support, resistance, or VWAP level, it probably wasn't actually going to be a for real counter trend move had it not hit that level. So my thought process is I don't get into those trades, because it probably wasn't, price wasn't going to stop there to reverse if it wasn't for that level being there. So that's just my thought process. So like, even on this particular buy, right? You can see there's a clear double top here. We came down, hit the VWAP. There was enough volume push for me to be confident in going against the double top, and we pushed right through it. There's the next buy that I took. So all of these are like the last trades that I took, and then like I said, this one just, we hit the open and close. I had a, once I saw it reverse from there so quickly, I kind of had a feeling, but I just didn't want to break even, because I don't normally do that when it hits the open or close. So I just let it ride. It is what it is. And I knew that I was going to end up positive no matter what. Now, if that trade would have put me negative, I probably would have just broken even, just to feel good about 2 profit days in a row. um, but yeah. So it just, like I said, it just depends on how you want to see the market. You know, a lot of people like trading on time-based charts. I don't. Um, I I was first exposed to Rincos when I first started trading 9 years ago, and I never really looked back. The only reason I ever changed to a tick chart or a time-based chart, I don't think I've ever traded a range chart. I traded Heikin candles. I've traded everything you could possibly think of. And for me, it just never made sense. But people see things differently. I watch people stream, they trade on 1 minute charts or 2 minute charts, and I'm just like, what is this price action that you even see? Because it looks so much smoother and simpler to me this way. But everybody has their thing. But yeah, you can always take a look, and you could possibly see that, hey, like, when I get to my resistance level on a Rinko chart, because sometimes, like, I have a girlfriend that trades, and she uses Heikin charts, and I had her to just put a Rinko chart next to it so she can see that, like, yo, on your same strategy, you could trade the exact same, but you'll probably get better entries off of a Rinko chart, because I know a lot of people who trade support and resistance, and they get stopped out a lot because they don't know if it's a true reversal there or it's a true hold of the level. Whereas if they just put a Rinko chart on, like, all right, so we came up here and now we're creating a real double top based off of the price. Thank you, baby. You don't want TT phone anymore? You do want my phone? Oh, it's locked. Here, baby. You get it on the bed. Got it? All right, get back under this cover. There you go. There. You want chicken nuggets for lunch?
No.
You don't want chicken nuggets? Okay. But anyway, so yeah, I might go back because I feel like I don't remember if it was Monday or Friday that I traded with the Rinko and the time chart next to it. So that's probably what I'll do at least tomorrow. I don't know if I'll keep doing it. It just kind of depends on what you guys want. So you could just let me know. But I hope you guys had a good trading session. If you're continuing to trade, I hope you continue to have a good trading session. If you're down right now, I hope you flip it back to being positive. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will do a review of today that'll be up sometime in the early evening. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow.